When I was 24 years old, in order for me to become an attorney, I had to take a bar exam. Not a bar like you lay on and drink, but they call that bad boy a bar because it bars most people from ever practicing law. Now, I took the New York bar. You can't just walk in, what's up? How y'all doing? Is this where you be Johnny Cochran and all that? Give me a pencil on paper. Let me give it a shot. No, you have to have a law degree before you even take the test. Now, Job, because I just want to erase all this being broke. I'm so tired of black people bragging about being poor and saying that's the same as being righteous. Because there's a lot of wicked broke people and a lot of righteous wealthy people. Yes, Jesus said it would be easier for a camel to pass through an eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven. The reason he said that is because material wealth is a trial. But it's a trial you and I need to expose ourselves to. You don't not do it because it's a test. But let's look at Job. Because there's a myth when you hear Job that he was poor. Job was one of the most righteous men that ever lived, and he was also one of the richest men that ever lived. Before his famous trial, God had a special love for rich Job. That's why Job was rich, because God had a special love for him. Now, Satan was envious of that relationship, and he told God, if you take everything away from Job, he's not going to be your faithful servant. Because God had asked Satan, have you considered my servant Job? Now, Job had 7 sons and 3 daughters. That's 10 children. So he was in a serious marriage. Job had 7,000 sheep. This is according to the Bible. He had 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 what they call she-asses, and another 500 males. Now, beloved, can you keep 7,000 sheep in a yard? My husband was pointing out to me when we talked about this, he said, you notice when we're on the road and, you know, we have the children in the back seat, we say, oh, look at the horses. And you'll look over and you'll see a farm, and you might see 5 or 6 horses, and you just see all of this land. And that is to give those little few handful of horses room to graze and to be a horse. Now, how much land do you think Job had for 7,000 sheep? And wait a minute, camel and sheep don't hang out together. The man had 3,000 camels. Now, my husband and I went to Cairo. We went to Egypt. We went to the pyramids. We rode on camels. A camel is no joke. You been on one? Yes, sir. First of all, they are very tall. And they're very cooperative. And when you go to get on one, that's one thing, is getting off. Because when it's time to get off that bad boy, what they do when they kneel, they go down front. So you have to pull back when he goes down. Otherwise, you would just fall over on your head and break your neck because that's how high up you are. And they run like horses. One of the biggest sports events in the world is the camel races in Saudi Arabia. Those things can run, so they need room. He had 3,000 of them. And the Bible says he had a great household. So this is who God tried. He's not trying to dude laying in the street asking for a dime. He clearly doesn't need to be tested. He's already failed. Because he doesn't get who he is. So there's no point of testing him. Man's highest expression of happiness is when we can share the attributes of the Creator. And his second highest attribute is beneficence. His highest is mercy. Beneficence means that you and I give without thought to the recipient. We're not worried about who's going to benefit. So the Creator allows the sun to shine on the wicked and the righteous alike. He doesn't care. He is beneficent. So what I'm driving at is that for us as a community to begin to turn our condition around is very easy. But we have to first seek and find who we are. When we know our purpose in life and begin to move toward that purpose in life, it eliminates any envy and jealousy among us. Because if I'm doing what I was born to do, I'm not hating you because God is blessing you with what you were born to do. And then I don't make a fool out of myself and become an impediment to the community. You know, Etta James, great singer, powerful singer, a pioneer. See, how do you get to the end of your career and let envy and jealousy make you act other than yourself? You don't hate Beyonce for singing your music. If Beyonce didn't sing your music, nobody under 50 would know who you are. Now let's just be real. When you are after your divine purpose, then you wish everyone well. And in fact, you stop to help others to reach their purpose, and now you've got a functioning community instead of a dysfunctional community. And that's what makes Minister Farr kind of living legend, to stand up among us when so many forces come against our ability to think well of ourselves and to do for ourselves. You know, one of the most baseless charges that was leveled against Barack Obama, not against him, against us, during the campaign, and you heard it on the radio, I heard it today, and black people were saying it. They voted for him just because he's black. See, you have to qualify in life. Don't let anybody lead you into that type of conversation. There's no such thing as voting for him just because he's black. He was beyond just being black when he came in front of us. You understand what I'm saying? He was already the first black editor of Harvard Law Review. He was already a sitting U.S. senator.